Donald and Melania Trump have arrived in Texas to see the impact of devastating floods, which have killed 120 people, with 160 still missing. On the July the 4th holiday weekend, heavy rain battered central Texas, with several months' worth falling in a matter of hours, submerging homes and roads and destroying an all-girls Christian summer camp. Questions are growing over whether there were enough warnings for residents. Well, Nomia Iqbal is in Kerr County with the latest.
A week on, and the long road to recovery continues.
As much of the area as we can walk along this ledge.
Teams are working through debris, mud and water, recovering. A week on, and the long road to recovery continues.
As much of the area as we can walk along this ledge.
Teams are working through debris, mud and water, recovering lost items.
No name.
And using cadaver dogs to find the missing. Elsewhere along the river, horses and mules have also been brought in to help.
We got to help them. We got to get closer to these folks, and that's, if we can do that, then the families that are here need it.
I think a lot of us, we have the willpower to keep going, even though certain things we might see. We can kind of push through that.
The catastrophic floods hit this county while most people were sleeping, making their impact all the more devastating.
Destruction like this trails for dozens of miles along the Guadalupe River. And as people try and pick up the pieces of their lives, there is renewed scrutiny on the Trump administration's cuts to the federal workforce.
Critics argue many deaths could have been prevented if President Trump hadn't slashed numbers at weather forecast and emergency response agencies. He denies this.
Are you investigating whether some of the cuts to the federal government left key vacancies at the National Weather Service or in the emergency coordination?
What a situation that all is, and that was really the Biden setup. That was not our setup, but I wouldn't blame Biden for it either.
Mr. Trump is popular in this red state, and people view him as someone who can make a difference.
Yeah, Trump, yeah, if he's the guy that can pull the strings that he says that he can, yeah, get a national broadcast that says, from the almighty power Trump, send all the dogs.
Darren found this flag near the all-girls Camp Mystic, from where some are still missing. People here want help, and for a man who has made his mantra America First, they hope Mr. Trump will deliver.
Well, President Trump has now arrived here in Texas. It is a state that has consistently supported him, which is probably why he's not been critical of the Republican governor here, unlike the way he was with the Democratic governor in California when the wildfires broke out there. But as I say, there are questions about the response to the disaster. And President Trump has long wanted to cut FEMA. This is the agency that responds to disasters. He's now being a bit quiet about it. And in fact, there are reports that suggest he may back away from cutting FEMA entirely. Presidents are often defined by the way they handle natural disasters like this. And Mr. Trump, he'll be here shortly in Kerr County, sensing the mood, may once again shift the goalposts in order to fit the occasion.
All right, Nomia, thank you. Nomia Iqbal there in Texas.
Live your Emily in Paris fantasy with exclusive travel experiences inspired by the Netflix hit. Visit locations from the show and
I've never seen anything like it. I've seen a lot of bad ones. I've gone to a lot of hurricanes, a lot of tornadoes. I've never seen anything like this. This is a bad one. We just visited with incredible families that, I mean, look, they've been devastated. They lost their child or two children, and just hard to believe what, I've never seen anything like it. A little narrow river that becomes a monster, and that's what happened. And by the way, I have to tell you, the people here, first responders, the sheriff's office, the search for the missing continues. The people that are doing it are unbelievable people. That you couldn't get better people than this anywhere, Christy, right? Anywhere in the world, you couldn't get better people. And they're doing the job like I don't think anybody else could, frankly. And I want to thank them. I want to thank all of these great first responders who raced into very grave danger. We have some people that were incredible. The single Coast Guard rescue crew saved an incredible 169 children at Camp Mystic, 169. All of the police, law enforcement, they've done an unbelievable job. So we've deployed over 400 first responders and assisted or enabled more than 1,500 rescues. Amazing, 1,500. Customs and Border Protection and the U.S. Coast Guard have deployed numerous search and rescue crews, and they're all over the territory. From us with such, I looked at the pictures of almost. FEMA has deployed multiple emergency response units, and FEMA has been really headed by some very good people. We have some good people running FEMA. It's about time. I did want to ask Lieutenant Governor. We're also taking historic action to ensure that such a nightmare never happens again. We're going to look and see how can a thing like this. They could say it's a 100-year. Somebody said it's a 500-year event. It doesn't. We're not going to let a thing like this happen again, where it can wreak this kind of devastation. You'll probably have to do that. You'll probably come up with something very unique because there is no system right now. There's been no, a thing like this has never happened that anybody knows. Certainly not to this extent, but I know the governor and everybody is working on it. They're meeting and they'll figure something out. Go ahead. Thank you.
President, I want to let you know that it was actually bigger than